Do you guys ever edit an image and then totally forget what you used, and you go into Lightroom and you're like, I can copy and paste like my develop module, but what did I actually do? So that's what I'm trying to do here. I essentially made an image I loved and I wanted to see how I can replicate it. So I'm pretty sure I used the Mastin Fuji Color Original, but at the same time, I'm like, did I use Porta Pushed or did I use one of my own presets? So we're going to see what we can do. How can we fix this image and kind of replicate it? Is this a full-on tutorial? Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. We're just getting into it now. So we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna figure this out. All right. So I went ahead. I used the Fuji Color Original. I shoot Nikon, so I purchased the Nikon version. And then I'm going to go in and I am going to adjust the tone curve. Basically, I'm taking out the J trick that they do. And I'm going to, like my last video, I'm going to change up the hue and the saturation, which, I mean, at this point, you're customizing the preset to your own liking. If it would have just been from basic and then, you know, the preset, then it would be mostly the preset. But we are going in and we are going to customize it. And I highly, highly recommend everyone do this when they purchase presets. You're never going to get a preset, or it's random or very, very, very limited when you get a preset and right out the box it's like perfect. Limited is not the right word, is it? What is the word I'm thinking of? Can you please leave it in the comment section below? Please help me expand my vocabulary, because when I do these, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. I just get anxiety and I just don't know. Alright, so I'm just trying to replicate this like airy thing that I did. My last image that we worked on last week or 2 weeks ago, depending on when I upload this, it was way different. It was way different. It was a different day, different year, different time of the year too. And also, I believe this one was shot a little bit higher, so it does have more contrast. So in the last video, if you guys watched it, I talked about how the Mastin Labs presets, specifically the Porta and the Fuji Color, they're amazing, but they also just kind of pull at the shadows a bit, which is not bad. It's doing what it's got to do to emulate film. So it just, when you have such deep contrast, it starts creating this grain, and it also kind of looks fake. So that's what I'm running into here. And when you can see the before there toggled on the right hand corner and the little gray area, what you're actually seeing is my original edit. So I'm trying to replicate that. I'm trying to see, what did I do? And like, did I use my own preset? Did I use a different preset? Like, how can I go back and edit this? And honestly, I'm going to give you guys a huge tip. Get a notebook and write these things down. Write down like what you did for a specific image. And I mean, if you don't want to write it down like step by step, what you can do is just record yourself editing it, and with a voiceover. I mean, you don't have to put it out to anybody. You don't have to sell it. Just so you know what you did, and that way next time you guys can remember what you basically, how you edited it. And sometimes you're in the editing mode and you're just going at it and you have this clear-cut vision, but when you try to replicate it, it's kind of like you put your own walls up and you're kind of like, no, I didn't do that, I didn't do this, no, it doesn't look right. And instead of being like super free and artistic, you're now trying to stay within the constraints of your last edit. So now I'm just thinking, what am I going to title this video? Because it is not a tutorial. It's kind of just me bagging on myself and telling myself, why didn't I remember how to edit this? I think just watch me fail miserably at trying to replicate my own stuff. Like, it's hard. You can, like, You can do some amazing stuff and then totally forget how you did it. It's when you're in that moment and you're trying to edit, it's so freaking crazy how many creative things you can do compared to when you feel like you have a constraint and like a little box you put yourself in. So yeah, I mean, this image looks nothing like how it originally did or how originally I edited it. And that's okay. I mean, I got pretty close. I did end up trying to use one of my own presets, which is one of my studio presets. I do have that for sale. And I want to say maybe I did use this. But ultimately, who knows? I mean, it's just editing, you know? Like, you just keep playing with it, keep doing what you got to do. And at the end of the day, I mean, if you don't like it, just hit that reset button and that's it, you know? Like, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't try to copy yourself or copy someone else, because at the end of it, it's just gonna look not original, and you'll see that here. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Okay. So let's see. I think at this point I just tried to save whatever I could because I couldn't figure it out using those brushes, because I do know that I use brushes. I use brushes a lot in Lightroom, especially in beaches. That's one tip. If you can walk away with this for today, it's use brushes, because it's never gonna like allow you to bring back, like, without brushes, every detail in the sky, in the sand, on your subject, without those brushes. And I mean, you have them here. They're super easy to use. If you want to mask away, like if you find it hard to like not touch your subject while you're editing the sky and you're trying to like make it super saturated or something, just use that auto mask. An auto mask will help you kind of like border you off of the subject or the sky or whatever you're trying to do. It kind of like picks up on what tones you're working on. And yeah, guys, I mean, I feel like this was a major flop. We don't always get it right all the time. I mean, I try to be as transparent with you guys as possible. I know that, you know, I am not the best photographer in the world. I know that. But even the best of the best, they mess up sometimes. And that's okay. See, like, wow. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and speed through this, but you guys, I think I tried this for like, in actuality, I tried this for 12 minutes just to mimic one of my old presets, and it was heartbreaking and just sad and frustrating. So again, don't try to copy yourself. Don't try to copy someone else. Be original, and you'll love that more. At the end of the day, if you really, really like something you already did, just copy your develop module and your information from there and paste it on another image and see how that works. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work perfectly, but you can tweak it from there too. So yeah. Enjoy this montage of me creating my own chaos. I hope you guys learned something new, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!